I'm ready.
Good afternoon from the UK, everybody. And just with a pause for Amber to talk, she has a coffee sip. This is Amber and Natasha. We're here with our weekly show for everybody. So thank you for joining us.
Are we on? Hi.
Yeah, I did the countdown. We must have.
Hold on.
Everyone.
Now I can't hear you again.
We are.
We got volume back.
The volume back on?
Just still there. But hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Still here.
Now I have no volume.
No volume.
We're having some technical difficulties this morning. I have no. Ooh, that don't sound good. Technical difficulties this morning. Ooh.
Batteries are probably dead.
Both, so that's okay. You can hear us on the podcast, and now we've got people in the room. Hey guys,
Control
how are you all?
No, I can't hear anything she's saying.
Right here, down the speaker. Next one over.
It's up.
I talk about my life.
I can't hear anything.
David live streams, but Amber and I have a weekly show, and this is our fourth show already, so we're getting into a better rhythm. It's something we wanted to do to connect with our audience more, to have more fun.
Oh my god!
And we're really enjoying it, but Amber's having a technical glitch, so Amber, we need to do some the time next week so I can show you some of the stuff.
I think we're good now.
Okay.
It just take a second. Huh?
It just changes on every different bit of software you use. If you use a phone, if you use a laptop,
yeah,
it all changes. So I can't open YouTube.
I'm gonna try to go so I can see the chat because I had to take it off my screen. Yeah, I don't know what's going on this morning. All sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone so I can see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, Tommy mentions 8-bit Mario. I don't know what that means. 8-bit, isn't that like years and years ago?
Phone, so I can see. The 8 gigabyte. I don't know. Not sure.
Tommy, you asked me the other day when my next live was, and I completely forgot because I'm not used to doing a scheduled one. Like my normal live streams are marathons. I wasn't doing anything, or I haven't planned any because I just tend to do it when I'm feeling relaxed enough with all the stuff I have to do, and I can just forgetting. But I did remember to promo the show on another live stream. Oh, actually, I do have a proper show. So yeah, fails are turning into successes slowly. But anyway, this is Amber, everybody. If you're new to Amber channel, she is out country sales, out in the country LTF. If you type that into her channel.
Yeah, I know my the URL is different than my actual name because my original name was Out in the Country, and then I changed it to Out Country Sales, so they're kind of different.
Yeah, I did notice that. I wasn't sure if it was. Yeah, I can't remember how often they let you change.
Yeah, because I made my original channel. I made almost 2 years ago, and that was way before I started doing reselling. So yeah, I had a little bit of a different name when I first made it. Callie said, James said, YouTube updates are happening, so it'll be wonky for a while. So it might not just.
Oh, that way.
Might be a little bit of everything.
Do you want salami and cheese between your hash browns, like a hash brown salami cheese sandwich?
No.
So just plain hash.
So how have you been?
I was going to ask you that question to open up. I'm trying to start a big talking marathon. Let me ask that question to you and turn StreamYard off. That's better. Yes. No, that hasn't worked. If I don't finish this before I listen to you, I won't be listening properly, and that's not nice. I'm going to kill my focus. So,
okay.
No, in the broadcast. How do I leave?
Don't do that.
What?
Don't hit end broadcast.
How many times have I been doing this? I still don't know what I'm doing. Close the tab. Close the browser tab. And we're still on, so we're okay. We're fine. Right, Amber, how's your week been?
It has been pretty good so far. I made it way past 1,500 subscribers. I'm on my way to 1,600. So before I even have a chance to do a 1,500 giveaway, I'll probably wait a little bit because my subscriber count is going up super fast, faster than it ever has before. And and our Pokemon giveaway is going very well. I have tons of people entered in. I don't even know how many. I was having a hard time keeping up with the comments. I've never had that many comments before. So it was definitely a success. And yeah, other than that, just been doing Christmas stuff around the house and getting everything finished, getting it decorated and all that fun stuff. So what have you been up to?
It's been a long week. I've had we spoke last week and I was a bit down, but I'd managed to deal with a few of the shocks and things and kind of say, well, look, the bigger picture is not so bad, so just deal with it and move on. So I did, and something in the chat's not tying up. Chris, is Greg and Bill on another show or something, and Bill's screaming? I don't know because I can't see Bill on here. So anyway, guys, yeah, hi. I'm trying to multitask, and you guys know I don't do that very well. But you know me anyway. So yeah, my week was I was exhausted, and I've been trying to find a way to do my orders. As some of you know, I've been making Christmas baubles, personalizing them, and putting glitter inside and making them really pretty, and then doing Christmas boxes or gift boxes for families to put goodies in, and then there's a special handprint from the grandchildren and that kind of thing. It's been a nightmare because I haven't had the desk space to have a manufacturing area, a drying area, a packing area, a mat area for doing all my card gift tags, my personalized gift tags. You need to have post-processing as well, and then a mailing area. And I've got 1, 2, 3 workstations, and it's just not enough. So I figured the best thing to do was just to completely wipe down, as you do when you work in a restaurant. Wipe down the kitchen and start afresh. Keep everything like pristine clean. Kitchen table, worktop, plugs. You can stand around. It's just so I've kind of improved my operations, but to focus, I've had to be doing that from 8 o'clock at night till about 3 in the morning. And of course, by that point, you're getting a bit slow. So yeah, I could help Santa with presents with these bags under my eyes. They're just but it's been, I don't know. I think this year is just blurring into one. I'm just trying to do some little Christmassy things with Annabelle. We wrote a Santa letter yesterday, and she said au revoir in her little closing speech. I tried to give her some prompts. What would you say if you were asking for things or saying bye-bye, or and what else would you add on the end? And she, after bye-bye, she went au revoir. I thought, as a French teacher, that's really what you want to do. Some French
that is really cute. Super cute. Yeah, I just watched your light show video. That house was amazing. I was like, holy moly. Like that was a really cool house, and they were just letting people take pictures and film and stuff out there. That was somebody's actual house, right?
Yeah, just a normal house in a posh town, just a sort of a bit more of an outer skirts. And yeah, we'd seen it on Facebook, and I hadn't visibly seen it, but we just went to that street, and just, as you guys saw in video, just looking for it. Oh, I don't think it's down there. Oh wow, there it is. It's
just yeah, that was really cool. We don't have any like that around here. Our house is probably the most decorated on our street, which that video will be out soon. I did put some pictures on some social media, but I'll be doing a video with it. So soon, waiting for the right time. Still trying to get a couple things working too, just to make sure they're running all correctly and smooth. So yeah. So you've been. What's that?
Sorry. We have nothing outside at all. No outside decorations. I mean, there's no one to see them really. With lockdown, no one's allowed to come and see us anyway. So it's kind of like, well, what is everyone else doing? Put in the chat comments how are you getting on after last week. We've probably got a few different people in the audience today compared to some of Amber's audience, because we do it on each other's. We rotate. Next week we're on Amber's channel. But yeah, Amber, do you do anything inside, or is it all outside? and then you do the lounge with the Christmas tree.
I did do my inside. I'm almost done. I got to just put the stockings up and a few other things. I'll probably post some pictures on social media when I'm done. I've been kind of working on the inside for the last week or so. When Mike started the outside stuff, I started the inside. So we got the tree and everything up. So I just kind of got to finish, and yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Started a little bit of Christmas shopping. A little bit.
Yeah.
But we're not getting a lot of gifts this year though, because we're gonna be trying to go see some family friends after the New Year's. We hope we are gonna go see them. We'll see. So that's kind of part of our Christmas. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, that sounds nice. James says he's trying to get into the Christmas spirit. It hasn't shown up here. He's playing traditional songs. I have an alarm in the morning now where I play. I say it's not iTunes anymore. It's called Music, the music app. I've got another month's free trial. So I have an alarm at 8 o'clock just to remind me to turn it on. But this morning I was just, okay, I've got no Annabelle, so I'm just going to turn on the radio. And of course, every other song is a Christmas one. So just boosts you. I think it's just so important, James, just have some music on and pick up the mood anyway. But to make the most of this year and just to milk Christmas. We've got Mike in the background. Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Yeah, we have the radio in the car. Breakfast delivery. Yes, thank you. Thank you to their hash browns.
Zoom meetings over.
Okay. Go do some homework.
I'll be with you.
But yeah, we have the music on in the car. I think we have a couple different stations maybe, and we usually listen to it in the car all throughout the season. So
yeah. I think it's different when you've got kids and you go on journeys. Like we're just not. We are doing but we just did that one journey together as a family on Saturday to see those Christmas lights. But the rest of the time, it's just me nipping Annabelle somewhere, doing errands and stuff, and then on the way to childcare. But she does demand music. Like a year ago, I don't know if you've heard of In the Night Garden. It's I've got a Flash manager. I don't have a Flash player. No, remind me later. I was just hoping it would cancel the whole of my browser by restarting. We're good. So it's a BBC, as you know, in Britain, the BBC is like the proper English, the proper way to do stuff, and it's
what is it?
Like, people have to buy a TV license, so you don't have adverts on the channels because the revenue comes from everyone who pays a fee every year to have a TV at home or an internet device. So this series, I've digressed a little bit. This series, I managed to find a CD in a charity shop last year, put it on in the car. Annabelle was obsessed with it constantly. Mummy, I want In the Night Garden on. In the Night Garden on. And it was constant because she was starting to speak. I was great. I was happy that she was talking and chatting. But now, as soon as she gets in the car, backseat, I want the song on, Mummy. So it's like, right, heaters down, sit up, let's get the music on. Bless her. But she did I tell you last week? I'm not sure. She heard a song and she calls it the Ding Dong song. And it's just like,
that's cute. Our kids were like that too when they were younger. They would just want to hear the song or a couple songs over and over and over and over. Now we can't even hardly get them to listen to Christmas music.
We were able to get them to listen to Christmas music with the Duck Dynasty Christmas music.
Yeah, Chevy likes that one.
They have some funnier songs in there to sing along to. So
my daughter, no.
She used to. There was one with a duck call in the song, quack 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 quack, and they would used to just go crazy quacking to that song when we were driving down the road,
like scream.
And I think that year too, when we were listening to that, we were driving in the BMW, and I have a huge stereo system in the BMW, so we were pushing Christmas music like normal people listen to rap music driving down the street with their cars shaking and stuff. But we had Christmas music playing with 1,000 watts and the trunk of a BMW driving around all Christmas. It was quite hilarious. Yeah. I think I blew a speaker or two that year to Christmas music.
That's lovely. James has asked, do we have any Christmas traditions as well as the above comments? And that's actually the topic of our sort of expand for the show today, to be talking about traditions that we used to do as children and traditions that we still do, or traditions that we're looking to get into, because I'm a new mum. My daughter, last year was the best Christmas for her because she was with it, she was talking, and she was able to tell me what she wanted for Christmas and see Santa. She was scared of him, but she still knew all about him. And now, so let's see what everyone says in the comments. And Amber, tell me about old and new and traditions maybe you want to stop because they're, the elf on the shelf you mentioned before.
Yes, I was just thinking that. I think this is going to be our last year. Chevy is enjoying it this year. But I think this is definitely our last year. We've been doing it for 8 years. Elf on the shelf?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
hoping that this is our last year. I'm like kind of stumbling along that he's gonna find out on his own, for I don't have to break it to him and watch the waterfalls.
Yeah,
So,
I am so done with it though. It is a really fun, tradition, but it's a lot of work, and I'm usually getting up at like 2 a.m. every night just to do it, and it's exhausting.
yeah.
So
the last couple of years I have waited. I'm like, what are you talking about? Don't even take them out until someone says something, even if they're late, because I don't have to get up. And the first couple of years we did so much crazy stuff, hanging, like we'd cut up snowflakes and make these round the ring links, and we'd hang them from the ceiling with the snowflakes in every room so they'd wake up, and it was just Christmassy everywhere, and they would be
too much work.
And now it's like it's been 8 years and getting old. I have problems waking up in the morning, so
let alone the middle of the night.
Let alone the middle of the night.
So then I have to do it
because I have problems falling asleep. And
but yeah, we regular traditions is just being with our family. So we used to go. Well, we go drive around and see lights. We haven't done like the local ones like you did yet, but we did do like one of those big displays in the city.
The Madison Christmas light.
Light
display on John Nolan.
Yeah, and they always have a big one there, so we always go to that every year. And then what else do we do every year?
We used to go get trees.
I say we used to go get our tree,
but we bought a fake tree last year.
We always used to do it.
There was another one of those things like, look, I can take it out the box and stack it up and just plug it in. It's pre-lit, everything. I mean, there's no hassle. And you go to clean it up, there's not a million needles on the ground that are following you out the house.
And like I said last time, I grew up on a Christmas tree farm, and that's where we live. That's what our property is. It used to be an old Christmas tree farm. And so I was really against having a fake tree, but I'm telling you right now, especially running the business and the packaging every day and the shipping and listing and everything, I'm glad it makes it easier. Just the one thing makes it just a little bit easier. I don't have to remember to water it and don't have to vacuum up the needles, I think you said.
Yeah. And the cats, we used to have a cat that would always bonsai into the tree and take the tree out.
Yeah, the animals completely leave it alone now. We have 2 big dogs, so
they don't touch it.
They don't touch it because they have no interest. It's fake. So definitely makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, for sure.
Not worried about them smelling it and getting that outdoory feeling.
I'm gonna have to show you Natasha's video. They went to
can't you? Yeah, definitely show me.
What's that?
Well, you can get the sprays now. These sprays that you spray on the trees to smell like.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can. We don't want to do that.
To just put them on the hallway, and people walk past and they smell Christmas.
We use air freshener and candles and stuff that are Christmassy.
We have the
smell.
Pine. It's like a pine scent or something that we've been using, and it's really good.
We have dogs. So we use a lot of air freshener.
That's like in England for the air fresheners. It's always dogs they feature. If you own a dog, you don't know what your house smells like. You put air freshener in. So
I know what it smells like. I just don't enjoy it when the dog Especially if they've ate some human food, they got some table snacks or got a hold of something they weren't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the day, we end up paying for it, especially with the Rottweiler.
Kelly said just eat pine cones and fart.
Start feeding dogs pine cones.
If I survive pine cone and fart, then yeah. So coming back to what we were talking about, the trees.
Yeah. So what are your traditions?
Well, I used to come back to the candles. I used to get a massive candle, which I was so generous for my clients. The 2 boys I used to teach every week, and at the end of the year, they would buy me this massive candle because the boys would know me so well. We'd be chatting about all sorts, and they'd show me stuff in their house, and we'd chat about them. So I always used to get, I think twice, got an actual big jar. And I'd never be able to burn it all over Christmas. So that would be Christmas cookie or something sweet. But I've got some from friends that are the cinnamony berry cranberry ones. So now a bit more, no, I don't have so much postnatal anxiety. Back road bidders in back road, try and say that after a few drinks. Back road bidder. Hello. Yeah, bless her. Bless him. Yeah, so I would now I'm a bit more chilled and not as, panicky. I do trust myself with candles, and I put an alarm on to say, so I'm starting to enjoy a bit more extra stuff than just surviving kind of thing. So yeah, I wish I had that. So this again comes to the Christmas movies that we see. The Christmas movies, I think they're all, apart from The Holiday, but Cameron Diaz is American as well, isn't she? They're all from America. So again, we look to you guys. They have these traditions where all the family, they sit together, they're all happy, they're at the table, making paper chains, eating cookies. And I'm just like, how on earth do people have the time to do all of this?
We don't. I don't know how.
Yeah.
We do usually do cookies and gingerbread. I did forget about that.
We do gingerbread houses, cookies, and we also family gatherings. We do a lot of family gatherings.
I don't know how we have time. We don't ever stop moving.
No. It's constant.
I think my traditions are a bit different in terms that when I was little, my parents would, I can't even think back to what our family traditions were, but at school we'd have a little orange, we'd put 4 cocktail sticks in and some mini jelly tot sweets. If anyone from the UK is watching, I'm not sure if they are, but the Chris's from, they've changed the jelly tots. They're not the same anymore. They're like American hard gums, just smaller. I was all these little the gummy mix, what they call dolly mixture one. So I feel cheated now. I will never get that childhood feeling back of eating jelly tot. But we used to have a candle and then we used to walk to the church and sing songs, and it was that was a thing we'd do at school, and we'd make those little. It's the paper that schools get that you don't get anywhere else. It's like it's foil on top, but it's really cheap and flimsy underneath. And you'd make these little paper stars that you'd fold in origami, and you do that at primary school, and that just brings back happy memory. Or you'd make a lantern and things like that. As I got older, I remember decorating my room. I just had one bag of purple tinsel and ribbons, purple ribbons, and I just blue tacked them to the overhead cupboards I had. And I think the tradition then was just decorating the tree together, because in the 80s people had time to do stuff. When I was a teenager, hello. When I was a teenager, I started working. So at 16, I was working in a pub. So evenings would be really busy. I'd be working in a Marks and Spencer. Worked in their food hall on the tills and stacking shelves, and just working, and then partying after my shift. So my Christmas tradition was being around people, being in retail, being with customers, and then coming home and seeing family in between for a little bit. And then we'd have the family time. I'd be working Christmas Day actually a lot of the time, because I would be when I was 16, I was a waitress in the pub. I did the cleaning routine some mornings, and then I did the waitress. I was a workaholic. So it would be really nice because they'd have their different playlists of music, and so there's certain songs that take you back to when you used to work in the pub, and that big environment of the village pub, the village. There was horseshoes on the wall. It's typical. They've changed the lease to somebody new this week because the owners have had to move on, really. But quite sad. But being around a pub at Christmas, and being in the hustle and bustle in a shopping centre where it's the food hall of Marks and Spencer. I'm guessing everyone knows the Marks and Spencer because it's a British export, isn't it? You know, and then so for many years, for me, it was just work, and then after work, get changed, go to the bars, get a taxi home, sleep, get up for another shift or whatever, and so on. But
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I was stick thin then. Had no belly. I used to dance it off as well, you know, just active. God knows how. I suppose it's should have put years on me, really. But now I do want to do that. I suppose that's how these films make you feel, isn't it? I do want to do that. Thanks, Chris. I do want to do that. I really want to do paper chains this year. We've got some anyway, and I think it'd be great to do them all around the tree this time, and maybe do a popcorn one, and because it just seems like that meaningful time of focusing, sitting down, mindfulness is really good for the soul right now. And that year we stopped, chilled the heck out, and took notice of what's important. So maybe I'll take some chains. No, we can't do it, can we? Oh, we can't see our family indoors until Christmas Day. We've been given 5 days. We're allowed to go and see family. So I'll have to just do paper chains with Annabelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas movies, though, James, I didn't get back to you on because my brain is just everywhere.
Scrooge. Yep, Scrooge is always a good one, too.
It is. Yeah. Yes, Scrooge is a good one.
We haven't been out to a pub or a bar in quite some time for any kind of celebration, even before the Corona thing with after, the kids and the work and everything. It's you basically just, you work and you fit in your meals, and then you work some more. And especially now with me being in the garage and doing my own channel, it's a lot of us sharing the computer time and sharing a lot of the other work more so than we used to before. Computer. Yeah, because she already doesn't want me on her computer anymore, and I need my own. And I've only put out 6 videos.
I taught him
this morning.
Yeah, I taught him everything I know, so he can go get his own computer now. And
so I'm trying to look back onto the Christmas movies of I'm trying to just get some on TV because the ones I had on my iPad while I sit and craft are now I'm using my iPad to program a cutting machine. I can't watch them, so I'm sort of changing up what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to watch the ones on the replays on TV. There's a few. There's Arthur Christmas. That's a new one. I've still not fully watched it yet, but Annabelle's starting to settle and watch these kinds of films. Not sure if she should have seen that one though, where the Christmas elves are like little ninjas delivering the presents into the houses and shoots into a stocking.
We've seen that.
Which one is that?
I think that's someone and someone's elf. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, Poppin'.
It's Father Christmas's Son. It's a really good animated visual.
We used to watch it in the van.
Haven't seen The Grinch, so it would be nice to see that. You mentioned it in your quiz.
You gotta see that.
Griswold's Christmas.
That's gonna be
Griswold's Christmas Vacation, the original with Chevy Chase.
Yep, that's a good one too.
Griswold's Christmas. Didn't you watch
it? I used to always watch because we always used to have, in the 80s.
National Lampoons.
I think I had black and white telly to start with. I see. Because there's the Lampoon. Is that the Lampoons?
Yeah, National Lampoons, the Christmas.
Yeah, that's the one we always used to have come on telly, the National Lampoons, because we had just 3 channels, and then it got to Channel 4, I think. Then it was Channel 5. So we had only 5 channels. Then my dad was like, we're getting satellite. He was like, we're going to go up in the world and get satellite. And
for sure.
Then we eventually got, our own little TVs. But my parents were really sensible. They wouldn't spend money on booze and alcohol and indulgent stuff. We'd have sweets and cakes as a little treat once a week and stuff like that. But we had more comforts, if that makes sense. We had more clothes, we had more toys ourselves. But they perhaps wouldn't have the latest tracksuits. And they had shell suits for ages in our photos, and we look back on their life, and it was oh, bless, they're still with us, but it was like the sacrifices they made so we could have connected, and we had poor beginnings. My parents were very young, So yeah, Christmas films. I think I'm missing the proper Christmas film because society's changed so much. West Side Gary, hello.
Hey.
I'm yeah, exactly. I think what my partner did. You see, right? This is where, what was it? 2013, 2012. We had the era of the dual screening, having two screens. You're sat in front of the TV and you have a little netbook on your lap, or a laptop or a phone. Now, of course, it's probably triple screening, especially as YouTubers supporting each other's channels.
Right.
And I think that's hard enough. And my partner, I find actually I need to sometimes stand up and be a bit more proactive, because in my life when I'm busy, I don't invite friends to do stuff. They invite me, and because I get enough invites, I still get out. But with the TV, I don't put the TV on and put a program on. He does it. He chooses what we watch. He plays the programs. He flicks through the adverts. So my whole viewing is based on what they do. The man and the remote. Mike's laughing. Right.
She was just going over this the other night.
Yeah, he does the same thing, and I literally just have to drown it out because I get tired of watching whatever he's watching.
And I watch a lot of Cops.
He watch
a lot of shows like that.
That's all I hear all day.
And a lot
long
of unappropriate stuff that's not very appropriate, but I find very funny.
Oh.
It's not.
Like man telly, like years ago, not with Mark, but years ago, if I'd go and if I had a friend and we just used to hang out, they'd have man telly, and it's like Dave, and the Dave channel would have the storage salvation and all that kind of stuff, and you guys are the real people, you guys are doing that. But in those days it was like it is the same story but presented differently, because I got through to the heart of it, humans and the treasure hunting and all that. But it used to be big men, big cars, big conversation, and intimidating talk. We're gonna win this auction and blah blah blah. I used to be like wars, and I used to love cars, but even the Orange County renovate whatever they do, the hot rods and all that kind of workshop style stuff, I used to be like, whoa, it's proper man telly. I could watch. It's funny, and I kind of think I do like that kind of thing. I do like watching workshop information. I do like watching what's in the unit and how people are interacting, the hubby and the wife, and what they just say when the other person's not on camera, and different.
Wow. I just said I need to steal your camera next time. I think in the last video I was talking about how I'm downgraded to the GoPro because you got the vlogging camera, but I do like using the GoPro. I want a new one. The new one has a screen on the front of the GoPro, so when you're facing yourself, you can see.
Oh. So
the new GoPros have an actual secondary screen on the front of them.
What number's that, Mike?
Number 9.
No, 9.
That'd be Hero 9s. We have a Hero 7.
Hero 7. So
we have a white or a silver Hero 7, but I would like to get one of the Hero 9s. Those are looking pretty slick. Yeah. And I'm a kid in the back with video cameras. I really enjoy taking the GoPros and throwing them off of buildings or roofs or into water, like into pools, stuff like that, because then you get to watch it over and you feel sick, but you're like, this thing just fell off a 2-story building and it's fine, or even into some water. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
And they take awesome fast video, and I like to go fast, so
I think it's a game changer when you get an action camera. I wanted a GoPro for years, but then since kind of just working so much, just business,
I probably would make it
up to date. But I just can't. I've got a DSLR camera, but I just can't get on with filming with that because of my stuff is, you've got to. It's either around where my hands are or close to me and moving about because I don't sit still. So having an action camera, you can just strap it to yourself or hold it somewhere. So better. I just have and I
got to give it the GoPro. We tried a couple action cameras that were cheaper, quality make and stuff, and they just do not have the shutter, the jumpy and everything. The GoPro, you can be all over the place jumping around and it looks crisp and smooth.
Right. Is that down to the frames per second setting, or how do you?
No, you just take a video, and
Yeah.
it's just smooth. You don't have to do any settings to it, and you put that thing on your shoulder and run around, and it looks like you're at the a perfect level when you're running.
Yep. Back to the Christmas stuff. I was gonna way up here on the chat. James said something about stringing popcorn.
Yes, I thought that's
And I was just thinking right before that that would be a really cool tradition to start. My mom did it with me a few times when I was a kid, but now that my kids are getting older, I'm kind of looking for some new traditions because they're not enjoying, the younger kids stuff anymore. So I'm like, well, maybe we can all just hang out, watch some Christmas movies, and string popcorn. That would kind of keep them, entertained a little bit and engaged. Yeah. So I was actually just thinking that. So I thought that was a really cool idea.
Aww.
Sorry, that was way back up on the chat, but
yeah, I was thinking about when I seen it too.
Yeah, I seen it and I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to do that.
I really remember doing that when we were young, was sitting there and running the popcorn on the string to put around the tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be fun. And you can do it while watching movies.
There's a lovely lady. She's actually a property guru as well as a craft presenter, and she makes lovely programs all about craft at Christmas. And they do competitions, and people turn up and compete, but they make all of their own decorations using a certain craft or a few different ones. And when you see how much attention to detail they've put in, or just that kind of feeling of putting something they've made on their tree, it just really makes you think how lovely that is. And if it is a tradition, you just think, when your children are older, I mean, even if it's cookies, bake cookies and then punch holes through them and hang them on a tree. I've never done that, and it's just starting earlier, I think. And if you do make it a habit, you can get better each year and find it easier each year. And then when they tell their children or grandchildren that they used to do that, that is it just opens it up. So much more, I think, if you have these Christmas traditions, because it's by association of you're there in a time of year, and therefore that will bring back memories of other things, because Christmas life stops for a bit, and it's not a normal routine, I think. I definitely want to have a new bauble every year for the tree, but I don't like my whole tree theme. So last year I let Mark decorate the tree because I was just so busy. And he ditched the pretty coloured baubles that I wanted to put into the scheme, and he put the old ones on. And I was just like, I really don't like this tree this year, and I felt really miserable that we hadn't got the decorations out. He just kind of took it so long. So I need to make the decorations so I have the colour theme I want without breaking the bank.
Right.
Have a special one each year that Annabelle can make, and even that she can give to family for their trees would be really nice. You mentioned the light switch on. You didn't use those words, but the traditions that we have over here are in the town or in the shopping centre around town. There'll be a light switch on ceremony. Totally missed this year's one. I'm not in the social media. I didn't see your post today. I'm not in that zone right now where I'm seeing the outer world. So we had a virtual one, which would have been perfect to sit at home, cup of cinnamon coffee, watch the lights turning on, and feel a bit more like I'm connected to the community. But I really had a nice time with my grandparents last years ago or last year. Took Annabelle in the pushchair. I must have looked like a bag lady because I had that much stuff with me to sit down and keep warm with. We could sit at the front and wait and be comfortable and be able to pour hot chocolate out to have food. It was a long process if the lights didn't turn on in a big show. But I just wanted to be warm, I wanted to be comfortable, and my grandparents in their 80s, it was the same. But it was a really nice experience doing that with them. They won't do it again. It was just too unpleasant, but it was nice to be able to have Annabelle there, a seat for her to sit on, because we brought them with us. But that was so much faffing. There was a lot of messing about. But another Christmas tradition,
What's that?
Another Christmas tradition is craft fairs, and sometimes they have a spin-off at the craft fair where you can go and sit in the coffee shop and listen to carols, and the coffee shop's decorated in a Christmas style, and you're sitting there singing. But that's kind of quite rare now, especially with this pandemic, not having there are craft fairs to go to, but so I miss those.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really have like anything like that. Like I can't think of except for just like the big light show in the city. But I was trying to think if we have anything else like kind of local that we've done, but I guess we haven't.
Actually, what I meant to say was it was
That
the
sounds
Christmas
like fun.
light switch on. So we'd gather around the Christmas tree, and we had a bit of controversy because our Peterborough council for our town, they bought a Christmas tree this particular year, and they said, "Well, yes, it was expensive." Hi, Johnny. No, it's Chris. Cajun roots, because it's K.
Johnny.
No, it's
Hi,
Johnny.
Johnny.
It's K.
It is Johnny.
And I was looking at the K in the middle, and I was like, "No, that's wrong." So my memory trick completely failed me again. Yeah, sorry, Johnny. So they bought this Christmas tree, and everyone was moaning because it looked hideous. And it's like, where's your Christmas spirit? You know, there's basically lots of metal balls of string. You know, if you have a string ball and light shines through, it was just those Christmas tree. And we had that same tree for 5 years in the city centre, and it was just a bit of people just said, well, you've paid for it, but you've saved money for having it for 5 years, so it should be better. But finally got rid of it a few years ago, and you can't beat a real tree, can you? Really?
Who's out there? Who's out there, Pepper?
So, yeah, so those celebrations would be fireworks as well sometimes, but they have a local C-lister celebrity to come on and do the announcement. I think it's probably less classy and cute and festive than over in the States. It's more like a show, not even a show. It's just like a structured thing. You know, the radio DJ comes on. Hey, everybody, welcome to come. Who's ready to do something? And they do the crowd pleaser thing, and that's the kind
cool.
of biggest community thing that they do. And there's a New Year celebration in the city centre. I did that once. That was really good fun. But it's still your own city centre and what's and all, you know. So,
yeah, that sounds fun.
We're
Yeah.
looking for it, you know, it's a free event. You know, the beer tent always sells out beer, so you know.
Yeah. I guess I'm just too much of a homebody. I was a homebody before the pandemic started. Like other than my my career kind of changing, my life really didn't change much. I kind of social distance before there was a social distance.
Yeah, right before Corona hit, I finally got her to start going out to restaurants and doing stuff like that after about 10 years, 12 years. And when we first were together, she always loved to let me take her out everywhere and everything in the beginner stage. And then, boom, it just dropped immediately. I don't want to go to no restaurants. I don't want to be there. I don't want to do that. So that was it. And now she finally started opening back up, and then boom, the virus hits and you can't go out anywhere. She's like, now I actually want to go somewhere and eat. But I can't.
I know that. That's what I was thinking. Like, what kind of Christmas stuff do they have going on that we could like go see or drive? But now there's probably nothing. So
by the time she wants to go do it, we can't do it.
Yeah, so I did. I had a little bit of a social distancing problem before it was a thing, but I'll now that I kind of miss it, that I'll probably my wife doesn't take me out to public either.
If I shaved and cleaned up, she might.
Then maybe. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
no,
but I clean up every year, so this is just a yearly thing after spring.
That's not why. Yeah. I just.
It's because I lost my hair.
That too.
She's always making sure I got my hat on.
When you get kids and things change and career paths change and that kind of thing, it is. Like my friends who I went out with, sort of from mid-20s, probably sort of from 25 onwards, a different group. They're into bands, so it was a kind of new stuff. Instead of going to bars and clubs, and dancing, it was going to pubs and chatting, having a beer, rather than everything was the different dynamic was different. And even though I wouldn't go out, it was always nice because we'd go to a pub and there was a band on, and we'd be able to dance to the band if we'd had enough drinks, later on in the night. So it was still kind of a different stage of your life. You're kind of more civilized going to a pub and dancing to a band as opposed to going to a club where it's just packed full of drunken people. And so it seems a bit more chilled, a bit more easily accessible. You can come and go easily. You can stay and chat to someone if you want. It's light, you can see. It's kind of more older person friendly. And the last time we did that, well, if it wasn't for my friends inviting me out to these things, I wouldn't have necessarily gone when I had Annabelle when I was a young mum. I don't think I went out for the first year though, because I just didn't want to. I didn't want little one to be left on her own with her dad because he doesn't do the nighttime routine. So that was more of a dedicated mummy thing. Later on,
yeah,
I do more now than I used to with them.
No, you suck at night, just so you know.
Yeah, terrible at night, but during the day.
Stay up.
I think the reason why I never really got into like the pubs and bars and stuff is because I became a mom at a really young age. I was pregnant on my 21st birthday. So it wasn't like a thing for me like, oh, I'm 21, I get to go out. I couldn't either way. I was pregnant. So
and you partied off before that.
And I partied a lot as a teenager. I was naughty in high school. So instead of going to high school, I partied, but it worked out because I became a mom at a young age. So I kind of had that already out of my system. I got to do it. I got to hang out with my friends. You know, I had some older friends who would buy us alcohol. And so, yeah, I kind of did that, but it was really early in my years but yeah, it worked because then by the time I was in my 20s, I was all ready to be done with that stuff and become a mom. So that's why I don't think I have any real interest, you know, in going out and doing that kind of stuff since then. You know, every once in a while I'll be like, yeah, that sounds like fun, but I don't want to be hungover the next day. So
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I would be so I would be just
a glass of gin, not a glass of gin, but you know, a gin and tonic now is
yeah. I had something like that.
Well.
Yeah.
And all the adverts are out with the fancy spirits, you know. Do you get Baileys over there? You must have Baileys. It's like the best.
We drink from Morgan David wine at my mom's house.
Oh, yeah,
we had a glass of Morgan David on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just a little small glass of wine. I was pretty buzzed off of that. I was
very sweet wine.
I had a little buzz just off that little bit.
Yeah. And then I think my mom gave you a beer afterwards, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need any more.
We're good.
That's another tradition though that his family has.
Yeah, we drank during the holidays.
Is the little cups of wine? I would say a big cup, but you know,
Jeff and me and Shelly and Jack.
Yeah,
and like a lot of my family, we will tie them on for a couple of day period of time. It's holiday. They're down visiting.
That's definitely new. That's new for me because my family did not do that. Like, we didn't do anything naughty in front of each other. Like, we all did naughty things, but not in front of each other.
They're in separate bedrooms doing the same thing, yelling at each other for it. Like, we don't do that. No, we're not having a drink. Why don't you the honesty thing in my family is really high up there. So it doesn't matter if you did something bad or anything like that. You weren't looked down. You looked better at me and my brother. He always lied about things I never did. So I could always drink in front of my parents and otherwise, or my mother and other stuff because I did it responsibly in her house. My brother would be taking the bottles of alcohol, watering them down, putting them in the freezer. They'd freeze, so it'd ruin the whole bottle. I would drink the bottle, but put the money in the freezer to replace the bottle. That was the difference because they didn't want their liquor ruined. They didn't care necessarily that he was having a couple drinks at home. It was the fact that he just ruined the whole liter of alcohol, trying to hide it. When you could have just, got your money together, left the 20 in the freezer, and everyone had a couple drinks. It was fine.
I just
enjoy that now. A little cup of wine at the holidays, which I never did before. So that is a new one for me, I guess. I mean, we've been doing it for almost 15 years now, but not when I was young.
Yeah, not when you're young.
I like port with cheese. That is, I've forgotten about that. I must write that down for Mark to get. Port.
What is it?
He doesn't really enjoy it. Port with cheese, port wine. It's fortified wine. So, rather than I'm holding like this. It's a bulbous kind of bottle. Like a bit like sherry, I suppose. But I I'm not really a connoisseur, but there's one tradition that if you're at a dinner party and someone passes you the port, you have to pour some, and then someone else pours it, and they keep pouring it till the bottle's empty. Quite dangerous. But it's kind of sweet, red, and it makes cheese taste amazing. So that's a really nice tradition when you're all at the table. But we're not going to have that this year. We don't really do that kind of. We do the dinner, then we go into the lounge, the telly's on, and the Queen's speech is on in the background, but nobody really watches it. And then everyone falls asleep. But other families, we've had not necessarily games. We've had stuff going on still, and a second lot of dinner, and we've stayed longer. And that's the kind of thing where you pass a plate of cheese around the room and have a little sip of port. But our house is like everything we do is toned down, but even having a little taste of port would be nice.
I think we could probably get some eggnog, because that was a tradition that we would get. I would get pre-mixed eggnog and then spike it, so it was a little stronger than the pre-mix.
We did try that. Was that last year?
Very good. We've done it a couple of years back and forth throughout Christmases for the last 15 years.
Yep, I forgot about that.
But that used to be a thing, and I'm thinking we're going to bring that back this year. Having some eggnog and
sounds great
rum
now.
Or brandy.
It's like 10:55 in the morning. I said that sounds great right now.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe after we get back from sourcing.
Maybe. Yeah, we're going to
way back home from sourcing today. We will grab a bottle of rum and a bottle of rum and some eggnog. Maybe a bottle of rum chata and eggnog and mix those together.
It does sound good.
Sounds like it hurt my stomach.
Sounds like I would be buzzed really fast.
And did you know?
You froze, girl. Can't hear you.
Nope, she's come back. I don't know if it's
I don't know if it's
on our end or if she's still on everybody's end. Someone could comment.
Is she frozen on everybody or just us?
Or are we frozen?
Maybe we're frozen. I don't know. The chat's
Bailey's
a little
coffee,
bit behind.
yes.
Oh no.
What? No.
Hey, back. It's like I don't know if it's us or not.
We have all these. When a toddler comes along, or when you've got a really excited grandma who loves these kind of things, I don't know why we keep tags on, but I'm not going to play this tunes because of copyright things. But he does a little jiggle and a dance. We bought him in sales. In sales, everything's half price in January.
Nice.
Or
Okay,
late December. Right?
Oh, our camera's actually doing really good today.
So kind of, I think.
I love plush. The more and more I source, the more plush I end up getting. Like I just love it. I can't. And it sells, and it's so easy to ship
because they're light.
And it sells.
And they cram them down and do a smaller package size.
Yeah. Like light and easy. Like yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Stoli? What's a stoli? I don't know what stoli is.
My vodka, is it? I don't think so. Baileys and coffee. Yeah, I did have a hot chocolate the other day with some Baileys in it. Actually.
I remember that one. Home for the Holidays? I don't remember that one. I'm trying to think. Don't remember.
Sorry.
Who's in it? Who's in it? All right, I'm going to go grab my coffee quick. I'll be right back.
With Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck. Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck. That's a great dysfunctional one.
That is, yeah.
Where Ben Affleck is a very wealthy businessman but has no family, so he rents a family for Christmas.
Wow.
It is very, very comical. It's got Christina Applegate and Ben Affleck.
Like, rented lady. In fact, does he fall in love with the girl in that family?
Yes. Yeah. With Christina Applegate.
Okay.
She used to be one of my childhood crushes. Was Christina Applegate. There, I used to watch her on the Married with Children. So I've been watching her for like 20 some years now. Grow throughout the movie industry. I'm a very big TV movie buff.
Are you only 27, Mike, or are you saying from when you were a child plus?
Oh, from when I was a child. No, I'm almost 40, so getting close.
The number on you guys was similar age, so.
Yeah, I'm 38 and be 39 soon, and Amber's 34. So we got a little bit of difference between us, but not much.
I'm 38, guys, for those of you asking. For those of you. Chris said, Chris did something earlier about age and stuff. Yeah, I seem to be lucky that when I was
in the 80s. And he's like, what do you mean in the 80s?
It's because I look at some pictures and looking back at my
Talking about age.
pictures and on my reel on my phone, and I'm just like, nah, that one's got wrinkles on now. And I think, nearly 40 in some of these pictures, and you kind of think, yeah, some of them I do. I'm starting to have, sort of lines because I'm not doing that full neck routine with my whole moisturizer face routine. I don't know if you do that, Mike. If you got an under neck.
Yeah, well, all you gotta do is shave my face and wear a hat, and I can go back to high school.
No.
I shave my face and put a hat on. You can't see any of that.
You do have a baby face.
If I shave all this off, I look completely different. I look 10, 15 years younger easy.
But now you've gained a little weight.
Yeah. Recently, I've been gaining the weight. Actually, 3 years ago, I started gaining weight.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is at home for the holidays?
Yeah.
Is it? Did I miss it? I don't know if you guys were talking about it. I love Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that's her childhood crush.
John Cena.
I've loved Robert Downey Jr. since I was in 5th grade.
I was just telling him I was a big, huge Christina Applegate fan because she's in the. So when I was young, married with children.
Holly Hunter, I missed it. Robert Downey, Dylan McDermott, Claire.
Well, that'll be one we'll have to watch.
Yeah, we will have to. I don't know why we haven't. Yeah, I said you could. You want to say hi?
You want to say hi? Say all I want for Christmas is what?
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Tell them louder and show your face.
Yeah, and then smile real big.
Hold on, tell everybody.
Yep.
Say it.
Say it.
All I want for
Louder. Okay.
Okay, smile.
Okay, smile then, real big.
He lost all his teeth. He lost all his front teeth. Yeah.
So
we've
in America, so it fell out naturally. What's your tradition of what you do with the teeth when they come out? Is there a tooth fairy?
Yep, they have tooth fairy that comes and brings them money.
Yep.
And how much did tooth fairy bring you?
$15.
$15
for 3 teeth.
Yeah, because he pulled 3 out one night.
We were laying down in bed and he just kept coming in with teeth.
Yeah, here's a tooth. Here's another tooth.
Just the other day.
Here's another tooth.
Oh,
Like, you're gonna break the tooth fairy tonight.
Yeah.
Pence. That's like 40 cents I used to get for one tooth.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
And so the tooth fairy had to sneak it out under my pillow while I was asleep, and then put the coin under my pillow when I woke up. That's the economy of the 80s. Now it is pounds and.
Yeah, it's.
I know. I think
inflation.
I think we used to get like $1.
Yeah, the tooth fairy has inflation.
For sure.
I remember the tooth fairy brought her daughter, I think, a 21 time because that's all the tooth fairy had was a $20 bill.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, well,
yep.
I'm not running down to the store to break this.
Yeah, that did happen.
The tooth fairy didn't want to do anything, so they got a $20 bill for the tooth.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And handling.
Yeah, and the elves actually helped the tooth fairy this past one.
This time, yeah.
Yep. So he left his teeth out for the elves and the tooth fairy to work together to get at.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
He was pretty excited.
So lovely. I just think that magic of Christmas. I know there is the religious side to it as well, but even
the
just
wonderment, the magical side,
the innocence of kids, and yeah. Something Annabelle did the other day. I forgot we saw something. Oh, that was it. Annabelle was watching her morning cartoons while I went and got her breakfast, and Stuart says, "Mummy, Santa's been on." They came on the show, and she was so happy to have seen him, and it's just that kind of, and we watched another film, and then she's like, "There's Santa there, Mummy." Oh no, she said, "Santa's in trouble." This was Santa sneaked in the kid's room, and he hid on the toy, but this toy had all the farmyard animals about to go meh as soon as he lifted his head up, and he couldn't be seen in this room awake with this child because it would Christmas would be kind of ruined. And she said, Santa's in trouble. And it's just how they see things. It's so lovely.
Mm-hmm. Just so innocent
Yeah.
and just everything is so new. It's amazing for them.
It's that magical look in their face the first time they see something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. We get to see that still with my nephew that we're adopting because he is really delayed. Tragic
I haven't
incidents
told
that he was
anybody
in.
yet that we were adopting a child.
Oh.
I haven't put it on social media or anything yet.
Oh, no.
So that's okay. Well, you guys are the
Rewind.
first. No, you guys are the first.
We've build up in the intro and the storytelling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Well, see, I hadn't decided to tell anybody yet because it's not.
It's in the process.
It's in the process. He hasn't moved in with us.
Yep.
And once we start, I'm gonna have another YouTube channel, and it'll be just family things, and it's gonna be kind of about the life that because our life is gonna change drastically. He's really far behind. He's gonna need a lot of help, a lot of therapy, and just figuring out. How to be a part of an actual family. Yeah. It's going to be really hard for him.
Yeah. It's going to be
He's 11.
Oh, but you guys, I've got so much. I'm going to well up in a minute. You guys are so sweet. I'm just looking at you two sat there with that news. I'm just like the snapshot of, what a brilliant family for him to go into because your nature and your energy and your caring side. I think that's so lovely. Oh, bless you guys. Well done.
My whole goal is just to really hope that he can still have a normal life, and it's not too late for him because he is 11. So I really think if we work really hard,
kids adapt. If they're loved, that's the biggest thing. If they feel loved and settled, then they have the boundaries. I reckon. I think the boundaries are the next thing. But once they're settled.
Yeah, well, we've had him a few times here recently, and we just had him for the longest stretch over the weekend, and I could tell that his actions and stuff. It was in that short period of time. It was really helping him be close and everything like that. He's had it pretty rough his whole life with his parents. So they weren't. I'm not getting details, but I'm just happy that they're.
We'll get in details on the other YouTube channel.
I'm just happy that he's not in the situation he was before, and there's going to be a lot of work. But that's all he needs is a regular family, and the things he experiences here already is just great. I mean, this little boy he just wants to drive the tractor around now. He never ridden on a tractor before, and then just not riding on it. Now he's driving it, and he's just out there doing a normal kid stuff, and he just loves it. And the light up in his face, seeing and doing things for the first time is like seeing a toddler see something for the first time. But he's 11 years old, so I mean, it's pretty amazing what you can do, and what we're just trying to give him a better life.
Yeah, we're undoubtedly going to do that, and it's the tiny little things like that make a big difference. You haven't got to be doing these all amazing gestures. Just being yourselves is, is I think the biggest gift you can give him. And you guys are going to be great at that. And no doubt there'll be channels on YouTube that you'll start to interact with to support. Whether he's got any learning disabilities or any confidence issues or certain issues.
He's in one of my videos. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. He's in my last video.
Oh, Mike flipping Mike.
Yeah, so flipping Mike. He's in flipping Mike just about halfway through.
Yeah, just a couple little
parts. He's in there. So he thought that was one of the funnest things as well.
Yeah, he likes to be a
part helping me in the garage and stuff.
He really likes to be in the garage. So our kids have seen it so many times and done it so many times they don't care. It's all new for him. He really loves being out in the garage. So that's really cool. But we'll have to start, we'll find out more about his learning disabilities and stuff, after time. But I'll definitely be communicating with other YouTube channels that have content like that just to help us learn too. Yeah. So
even with reselling, we don't know everything. We get information from you guys. Like, it's incredible.
It's kind of the same way. It's going to be a whole new journey.
This resale family we've joined and has helped us greatly, and we love being a part of it.
You should write that down. That's if you can call Santa, and then you can leave. It's a voicemail to leave a message with a wish list.
I'm not gonna write it down. I'm just gonna take a picture of it.
There you go. Take a picture of it.
I'm very lazy. I use technology. I don't text anymore because smartphones, and I don't write anything down anymore because of smartphones. I can just go click, and guess what? It's there.
Ooh, that's bright.
It is bright.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
I think we did that. Oh gosh, when our daughter was really young, but it's been a while.
Yes.
You guys are great for taking that boy in. Yes.
Oh, yeah, well.
Lovely thing to do. So
You guys are so nice.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
Yes. Definitely
Yeah.
gonna be a journey.
Oops, I've just realised my social media was ticking over. Let me get rid of that. I only put it up while we were chatting at the beginning. Right, so yeah, that's true. You can kind of
Gary
pick up.
says, I just shared it all over social media. Just kidding.
The Amber and Mike Appreciation Society. Yeah, I remember when I saw you guys your channel, and I saw, because like I said about the man TV, you know, there's channels you don't always watch because it's like loads of man stuff here, man stuff there, shed repairs, and I'm like, oh, you know. But then when I saw you, people,
You're cutting out again, girl.
and then I got to see more.
Can't hear it.
Did I? Oh,
yeah. I didn't catch any of that.
No, I was just saying, when I discovered your channel and then got to know you, video I watched, I got to know, and I just had a positive vibe of you as well. It was just, I knew that you were genuine. You weren't like, posing like fake, and like even your YouTube voice is a normal person's voice. You can see that sweetness. Like, hey,
thank you. I feel like it's not, but
she does really good, I think, and I have changed my voice. I've noticed that when I was on her videos, and I noticed you change how you act. But just from being around her, helping her with the videos and stuff, it kind of comes a little more to try to be a little natural. I just like to try to portray just being out there a little more, because we are a little bit out there and a little different. So I like to have the nerdy side where I can be crazy and yell or jump around or do something stupid, but that's just normal for us. Yeah. But I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff, and like being a comedy clown where make something funny or say some things that aren't maybe necessarily appropriate or not everyone's going to understand, but it's funny.
You got to be yourself.
So, and that's just a little bit of me. I'm a little inappropriate sometimes, but I don't break the boundaries. I kind of talk in code just because I'm so used to having kids around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
about you though, Natasha. I just felt when we first met, I just felt that you are just very genuine, honest, and that we would be able to connect. Like when I meet somebody, I know, and yeah, you get that, you know, that connection, that kind of soul connection that you know you're going to be able to hang out with somebody or talk to somebody and kind of be on the same level.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I wasn't scared to do a regular YouTube stream with you because I knew you're chilled. You are very organized. You're more organized and professional than I am at the moment at doing this because I've just got other things going on. But I knew you'd be easy to work with, and I would give you the same respect back in terms of commitment to trying to do it nicely. Come on. All right, it's frozen.
It's okay. Everyone's back.
Nope, you're good. I was just reading what Callie said. If you want to pop that up on the screen quick.
Personal.
Keep just me.
Sugar. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
We'll pray.
Definitely.
Pray for her.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
You've just got to stay positive, James. I'm going to keep looking after yourself. Try and process it all. I had that a week ago. My great granddad was in 9 months ago. He was in A&E, but he'd keeled over, and my thoughts was he's going to pass on in hospital because he's away from everybody. No one can visit, but it was completely fine. Everything was absolutely fine in the end. He slowly picked up, and he was standing at the door with his rucksack on. A man he's 86, you know, ready to be picked up, and he was like, "Oh, I rang the home, nobody's there." It's brilliant. And looking back on it, I panicked too much, and I was too worried, and I should have just been like, right, you know, I was focusing on doing normal stuff, getting things done, but just a bit of mental top up of, you know, hey, don't bear this weight
Yeah, don't worry until after it happens.
Stress and all that. So I had a way better week since. I was waiting for a call again on the third Saturday, thinking, am I going to have another call this week? But no, it's all gone. It's all good. It's all positive, and the positivity really picked me up this week. So yeah, James, take care of yourself. Keep eating, keep drinking. Don't drink cones and farts. Try and get the pine smell in your where you are, and keep connecting with your friends. You're doing the right thing. Keep on keeping on. So sorry. I hope she's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling Mike about her channel. She's the dumpster diver who's got all those like tons of views and subscribers. I don't know what she's at, but she's got a really awesome.
Wow.
Hey, hello.
I was dumpster diving before YouTube was even invented. So I mean, I've been dumpster diving since I could walk. Like, I want that garbage. I mean, I should make it work.
I did it, those few times, Natasha. I know you saw. I have a few dumpster diving videos out there, but it really was not my thing. Like, it was fun though. I mean, those few things that we did find, but that is just not my cup of tea when it comes to sourcing. Like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, man. Like, curb
picking is a lot easier than dumpster diving.
Yeah, trying to climb in there, not cut yourself on anything, step on anything, and trying to find something in general. Like, that's a lot of work.
Yep.
What did Mil Money G said? My Chicken Willie shirt. You know where that? Okay.
Yeah. Chicken Willie.
Say Mike does Chicken Willie. Let's see, Natasha. Have you heard of Ryan Upchurch?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Because we've talked about it a couple times, and I didn't think that you had, but he's a really good musician.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Right now,
his personality is amazing.
Right now, he's our favorite musician. So that's kind of how I met No Money G, because I was watching a video. I think it was a meetup somewhere, and I seen him walk in with the Chicken Willie shirt, and I was like, oh, he's got a Chicken Willie shirt on. And then I saw No Money G in a chat, and I was like, hey, I like your Chicken Willie shirt, and that's kind of how we met. So.
Yeah. And Ryan isn't mainstream. It's all underground YouTube video stuff that you're not going to hear on the radio. So he doesn't put out radio songs or anything like that. And it's a little inappropriate. It's a little more of adult pace, and it's mainly rap kind of music. But
very
it's
good
great.
songs.
It's great.
That
I love
we
it.
can play in front of the kids as well.
A lot of them we can play in front of the kids, but there's a lot of them we can't.
Yeah, it just depends on which one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, though, I'd have to say my favorite musician for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he sings country, rock, rap. I mean, every category.
I was going to say country, but on my Apple Music, I was trying to look for some different stuff for a change, because the same icons kept popping up on the music playlist, and I haven't got my media. It's all on a hard drive somewhere tucked away. I thought I would try country. I'm the only person I know who listens to country music, whether you call it country, shows how much I know. And I just put it on for a bit, and it was nice. It was okay. It didn't resonate, so I tried it. I tried to connect with all type of music, but I can't really say from a few songs, but I kind of.
It's really country is really different than what it used to be. You really got to find the right musician.
A lot of country is more Hollywood than country is nowadays. It's so terrible.
I can't really listen to the radio. It just kind of sucks.
No. Good country is old country, which is like Hank Williams Jr., Country Boy Can Survive.
Those are like the older ones are the best, and I think the newer ones is the country rap. So if you like rap, maybe you can combine it and listen to some country rap.
But I like the rap aspect of it with the good moral behind it. I liked rap before because of the beat. I just didn't like the lyrics behind the beat. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of lyrics that wasn't appropriate for me to say per se.
The country rap has much better morals.
They do cuss and some stuff or something. But it's more about not cussing in front of your parent, not taking care of your mama and going to church. It's a lot of good morals mixed in with these.
Because I watched something last night on British TV, and it was called "Don't Hate the Players," and it was you have to be careful how I word it. It was a certain niche kind of music, And this girl, she came on stage, and I just kind of thought, I feel really old or something, because I used to be in the clubs with I used to be like the only there used to be a couple of if you've got white skin and you're blonde, you get extra evil sometimes, because the guys will just come and dance with you, and the girls are sort of like, oh no. So it was just the music, and me being like, oh, I love the music, it's so good, it's R&B and all that. And then my mates were like, Tasha, you getting evils, we're just gonna have to go, or just like
the whole room looking at it.
the culture was just different, and sometimes I don't know why, it was just so I used to absolutely love that kind of music, but sometimes if you're from a different culture, you're not always. I feel that we're talking about it now, but I think it's just kind of, some people don't like other people,
Yeah.
how they look, or how they just have a laugh, or how they don't see the whole scene. But there were a lot of clubs that were shut down in England, so R&B rap clubs. Can't think of the name of the music now, but because it was just a little bit too. There was a lot of animosity in the area, but it's just a shame you couldn't just go to those places and just dance to that kind of music. And I love Dr. Dre and all the kind of original commercial rap from the 90s and the noughties, and a few like spin-off articles, a few spin-off ones, but the underground stuff was too much. And then so I've kind of come from a love for that whole kind of music. But then when I watched this last night, this girl was like, hey, BN, and you can kind of guess what the words were. And I was just like, I bet your mum's really proud of you,
it's like too much.
It's too much, and that's how I feel too. Like, am I just being way too old, or no? I think it's just too much. It's just yeah.
I like the beat. I like the lift up from it, but I want to have something that I can relate to behind it, and I can't relate to a lot of it.
His stuff was about his thoughts, mental issues, and a lot of he's got a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't like him for. But there was, you could get the story, you could get the word, you could hear the words, you could learn the words, you could hear the vibe, and a lot of that kind of old school stuff is just different. So rap, trying to understand what country rap would be like you said, it's sort of like a good school kind of well-being rap. The music rhymes, but you don't have to have all that hate and all the swearing and the
there's bad songs and good songs, but they're not like be this, be that, every 2 seconds.
They're not. They're definitely adult songs, but they're not. There's songs where our kids can listen to it. So
some. It's just not all.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's not the new one.
Like there's a guy named Demon Jones. I freaking love him. Like
I read out the name. His name was on top. I called him Demon.
No.
I freaking love him.
He does a lot of work with Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah.
But if you type in Upchurch in YouTube, it will.
I put Ryan and I forgot what the second word was.
Ryan Upchurch, it'll pop right up like everything. And he's also.
Try this. Campfire Cologne that has Ryan Upchurch and Demon Jones in it. And that's like a good.
That's like a country twangy,
wholesome kind
with
of
a rap beat
little
to it.
Country rap, and there's no like bad words or anything.
Campfire Cologne. Campfire Cologne.
2 words? I've got it come up. Okay. I'll leave it in my tab so I can come and look at it later.
Yeah, that's a very, very good introductory song for the genre.
For the two, I mean, I love it. I can listen to that song. Yep. Yeah, I could listen to that song every day. I mean, I can listen to them.
And it relates to me because I smell like a campfire most of the time because I'm always burning stuff outside. So I really like that because it's an actual smell. When I walk into a building, people can smell that burn campfire on me. It's either burn campfire or 2-cycle oil.
There's other kinds of aromas you can pick up. Yeah. No, it's all good. I watched a program the other day where in like a country show where like a sort of farmer kind of thing, and there was a shop making candles, and it was all about the smells you remember from different times, and you have the different droppers to sample different smells. And one of them was this lady. She got this kind of the smoking room fire smell of newspapers and a fire burning and a granddad's old coat or something that had that smell stuck to it. And people buy candles like that. They make candles like that to remember certain. That's
my grandpa.
I just gotta walk into the house.
Yeah, my grandpa always smelt like that.
Mhm,
So
'cause he burnt
that's
every
probably
day.
that's probably
Every
why
day.
I've always loved it. Like,
Yeah. This is what I was going to say about R&B. I don't think a lot of the girls, when I used to go club when I was sort of like between 16 and 25, 24, 20, 21. I think I stopped a bit when I was 21. Probably the real epitome when I used to go out a lot, there was a lot of R&B music, R. Kelly, you know, and these people, and they're singing these songs. And because I used to act out the words, you couldn't really do that. But I don't think a lot of the girls realised how derogative the content was, you know, bend her over and smack her kind of thing, and she would let her get in the kitchen and, you know, and get cracking and all that kind of, put her in a place. I have a water log. It tells me when to drink some more water. Didn't realize my phone was on.
that's good. I try to tell him to do that because he does not drink water. I drink water all the time, but he does not. So he needs to put a reminder on too. That's a good thing.
It's an app called Waterlogged. It's free, and you tap it. I wish they did it with the watch though. That would be easy to go. Yeah, I had that one, and then you won't have to get distracted if something pops up on your phone. So yeah, that's the one thing about R&B. I really miss how things have changed. Years ago, it used to be Destiny's Child, and again, she goes for the really commercial stuff, doesn't she? No, but there was a lot of mellow. The vibe, the feeling your brain got, that euphoric or the calm or the beneficial feeling you got from a certain type of music. To me, R&B was that kind of chilled, mellow, make you feel relaxed, happy, positive. I think that's kind of gone again. Sometimes coming back with people like Bruno Mars, or someone will bring back a retro theme.
Yeah, no, all those ones from like the 90s, they're pretty good. 80s and 90s.
I still rock Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg from the 80s and 90s.
I mean, those
Run DMC, the original, even they were a little derogatory and sexist towards women and about drugs, but they had great beat, like Snoop Dogg. I mean, come on, who doesn't know Snoop Dogg? Yeah. And when that comes on, you crank it up, boom, 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 especially old Snoop Dogg.
Isn't it? It sucks you in. But yeah.
And they had a lot of, story behind it. It wasn't just, we've seen that, Greg.
Yeah.
We did watch that one. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, 1 billion views.
And only got 700.
Came on 1 million, less than that views. But normally my clicks are way less than that. Sorry, it's just me on my languages. Normally my cost per CPC or whatever is like 3, and other people are getting like 7 or 10. Was it clicks per meal?
Yeah.
You got to look too on that. No Money G, he doesn't get a lot of monetization on his View channel that he is showing that he's monetized on, because he does a lot of cover stuff that he can't be monetized on.
That's why.
Yeah.
And then he cusses a lot. He does whatever he wants, and he fights with YouTube a lot. So, I mean, he doesn't play by the normal rules of YouTube or the music industry, because he doesn't have to.
Right. He doesn't have to. He's making enough money.
He's making enough money on his music, period, to sustain himself. He doesn't need the monetization from the YouTube.
Yeah.
He just uses that as a pretty much commercial advertising area for his stuff, because
it's his stage.
He started out blogging, doing his own channel where he just goes on there and talks, and he still does these reaction videos or these talk videos, or he does
rides his motorcycle around.
Rides more, but he does these fight videos or where some people like hate on him, diss videos. So he waits for someone to hate on him or put his name in something, and then he just goes to crazy on them or makes a song about them or just hates on them. He puts them down. I mean, he finds out the background on these people and just takes them apart. It's just funny.
It is funny.
It's very funny. But he likes that confrontation on YouTube. He likes to battle back and forth. So
tons of views, but not monetized.
Yeah, tons of views, but not monetized, because he doesn't really need to be. We're trying to get views and be monetized.
Getting there. Getting there. Hey, y'all, if you have any extra time, run my playlist, because I'm trying to get monetized by first of the year. So I mean,
Christmas roughly.
I don't think we're gonna make it, but we're getting close. It's getting there.
Yeah. She's picked up a lot of traction on her videos recently, so it's really nice. Merch.
Yeah.
Yep. And he gets paid for all of it.
I tried a short processing 2 days later, so I failed on that one. I spent ages leaving my phone in open mode to finish the next shot, to do the next shot of my box from start to finish, and then I had no phone for half a day, and then it went to processing, and I was like, "What? I've lost it. It's not doing anything. It's stuck in limbo." But hey, I might do one another day.
We need to make our merch. We picked up white masks, and we have iron-on out-country symbols to go on the white masks.
Yeah, I got T-shirts too. But
and we have T-shirts. I figured put them on the mask because then they're right there in your face, and everyone sees them right there.
Yep. So we're gonna try out some merch here soon.
I didn't realize. I still haven't, because chapter 28 was on the other day, and I thought, have you read 28 chapters in like 4 weeks? It's crazy, just one a day. So I thought, I can't click on that one because then I'll have to click the next one.
I started at the beginning, but I haven't made it too far yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just need to.
Should have been a rock star.
Right.
Yeah. If only I could sing and play every instrument out there.
Right.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
And what's better than the other million people out there trying to be a rock star who can also sing and play music?
Watching all the ads and clicking on the ads is what makes the channel money. I did not know that.
Yes, watching on the ads and clicking on, because it's the advertisement, the commercials, and he doesn't have a lot of commercials on his, like, any of his stuff.
I just didn't know that. I thought you got paid for, like, just your views in general.
It's the views, but then the advertisements, like TV, they put commercials on TV to make the money.
Yeah.
And the commercial, people have the commercial out, they pay to have their commercial ran. And if people are clicking on it, then there's engagement on your.
No, it makes sense. I just didn't think about it that way. Yeah.
You have got some ads anyway, just that sit at the side that kind of get a bit, but I haven't analysed it for a good few years. The point at the moment, I'm not monetized on the channel that I'm working on. So it is. And in the membership side, it's interesting to look at the membership side. You do get approved on membership. Some channels are getting approval when they've only got 1,000 members, not members. But I've got 20,000 on my language channel. I still can't get a membership, and that's weird because my channel is like exclusively. So
how much do you have on your language channel?
20.1 thousand. So, but I'm not doing anything on it, but it's still growing. So it's really nice that it's just looking after itself a little bit. But yeah to go for a membership is where I put out live streams for Spanish on Monday night, say, and subscribers get the link and the public don't. That's an easy business model, join me for an online Spanish conversation class, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, there's different you can get monetization later, but like you say, it's tying them all together, the merch, the ads, the spin-offs, like you link it to your Facebook and stuff, and and who knows what other gifts you get from it, local, you might be turning on like Christmas lights next year in your local town. Guys, I think I'm going to have to head off. I've got another customer order that's I've been putting it off. We're going to do I won't say in case they want, because we silent watchers sometimes, and it's great. We love you all, whether you're public or silent or not. You all count. But I think I probably need to just do that now. I've had a bit of a day where I've been on and off and trying to do a million and one jobs, and but Amber, did you want to do an after party on your channel, or are you happy to?
Not today. We are going to be heading out to do some sourcing. I am definitely itching to do some sourcing. So it's been a few days. Actually, it's been
like 3 days or so because I'm working in the shop.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're going to go out and do that. But James, we're going to definitely need to get together before next week so I can get, familiar with all the back stuff.
money.
The background stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But next week, I've got these banners I forgot to put on because we were nice and flowing. I think today's flow went a lot better.
Yeah.
I still talk over you guys a lot, and it's kind of that balance, isn't it? And it's just we know that's how it is, and that's I think it's okay because it's just, isn't it? It probably takes a whole few years studying a media course on how to have a two-way show kind of thing, presentation. I just wanted to show, oh yeah, this one. Are we doing it 4:30 or 4 o'clock next week on your channel?
Yes, thank you for hosting.
Mm-hmm.
We've got that one.
Oh, okay.
That should have been on earlier.
That's so cool. Yeah, I want to be able. I gotta learn all this stuff.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Been since last week, so
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
didn't
that's
prepare anything. Oh, Christmas Eve song from last week. We could do that. No, we'll do it again.
What is? Wait, what is next week?
Christmas Eve.
No, it's not. You're cutting out again.
That's a good sign to go to. So I think everyone, again, the quality for back and see us. Just a simple show, but we enjoy doing it, and it's a regular thing, and it's kind of a focused. It's quite a good thing in my live streams. Having a bit of focus on other viewers more rather than another activities. So thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you for having us. It was fun.
Yeah, we're always having fun. All right, guys. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good week. Bye.
See you next week.
Thanks.